Animal Use Protocol is an upcoming horror game developed by Brotherhood. In this game, players explore a facility where unethical animal experiments are conducted. The story follows the player as they uncover dark secrets about these experiments and their effects on animals and humans. The game features exploration, survival elements, puzzle solving, and a scary atmosphere. Players will search for clues, manage resources, avoid mutated creatures, and solve puzzles. Animal Use Protocol is set to release in 2026 and will be available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Raid 302, Day 1, examination of the cinema room.
It's a spider climb on the water spout.
Active matter in sight.
Don't get the rain, they wash the spider out.
Gravity anomaly is strong here. Did you see it?
Out get the sun and dry up all the rain.
Watch your step. Don't trigger unknown species.
An itsy spider climb on the spot again.
Keep your eyes peeled. Let's not make too much noise. Reloading! Give me some cover! Under heavy fire! Changing position!
So we all died. Objectives are not completed. Hey, Miss Second.
Ready to start over.
Active Matter is an upcoming tactical shooter game developed by Matter Team and published by Gaijin Entertainment. The game takes place in a world where players are trapped in a time loop and must explore dangerous areas filled with a strange substance called active matter. This substance can change reality and affect space and time. In the game, players will face enemies from different timelines and deal with strange events that change how things work, like gravity. Active Matter has some cool features, including raids where players can play alone or with friends to collect active matter and items before escaping, and areas where gravity and other things can change suddenly. Active Matter is set to release in 2025 and will be available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Cloudburst is an upcoming indie game made by Tobias F. Schmid. It mixes puzzle solving and exploration in a beautiful world with bright colors and strange landscapes. Players solve tricky puzzles and explore different areas. The game's story is about memory, loss, and discovery. Players travel through a dreamlike world to learn about their past. The game looks unique, mixing hand-drawn art with 3D graphics. It also has great sound that adds to the game's mood. Cloudburst will come out in 2025 for PC and consoles. Species Unknown is an upcoming first-person shooter game set in a scary spaceship. In the game's story, players are in a future world where they fight different monsters like aliens, zombies, and robots. They also try to find out what happened to the spaceship. The game has some cool features. Players can team up with friends to play together. There's lots of scary and violent parts in the game. Players will face many different kinds of enemies, which makes the game exciting. Right now, we don't know exactly when the game will come out, but it should be available soon. When it does come out, you'll be able to play it on your PC. NAKWON Last Paradise is a multiplayer third-person shooter game set in a zombie-filled Seoul. Made by Mint Rocket, the game mixes shooting, sneaking, and survival. Players team up or fight each other while also dealing with zombies. The story is about greed and staying alive in a world without rules. Players must be careful and gather resources to survive. They also have to manage their money to pay for rent and better gear. The game has a special system where players get different benefits based on their rank as a citizen. NAKWON Last Paradise will be available on PC, but the release date hasn't been announced yet. If you're interested, you can add it to your wishlist on Steam to get updates. Little Nightmares 3 is an upcoming horror puzzle platformer game developed by Supermassive Games. Set to release in 2025, it introduces two new characters, Lo and Alone, who must escape a scary world called The Spiral. The game takes place in nowhere, a strange realm with creepy areas like an old desert city and a spooky candy factory. Players can use Lo's bow and arrow or Alone's wrench to solve puzzles and work together. You can play alone with an AI friend or team up online with a real friend. The game keeps the series' creepy look and sound with new monsters to make it even scarier. Little Nightmares 3 will mix horror, teamwork, and puzzles in a beautiful but scary world, adding new ideas to the series' story. It will be available on multiple gaming platforms. No More Light is an indie horror game that combines survival and exploration elements. Developed by Rogue Games, it's set in a dark world where players must manage light sources to survive. The game's story takes place in a dystopian setting where darkness has taken over, and players must uncover the truth behind this darkness. Players will explore a detailed world, solve puzzles, and face various threats while managing their light sources. The game features striking visuals with a focus on light and shadow, complemented by immersive sound design. No More Light is set to release in 2025 for PC and consoles.
It's been 50 long years. Every day remains a struggle for our people. Every step forward is paid in blood.
That's no reason to give up. You know that better than anyone.
But I have you. How many others have a goddess looking after them?
Not everyone is as special as you are, my dear Simeon. Even so, they are not alone. They have each other's back when it matters. I have seen them chase their dreams. I have watched them grow. At every turn, they surprise me with their adaptability, their resilience, and their grit.
You know the dangers they face. Only the exceptional can overcome those odds.
No, darling. Even ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Look how far our world has expanded. All because they chose to venture into the unknown. Don't hold their hand. Just open the door, and they'll do the rest.
Outward 2 is the sequel to Outward, a survival RPG made by 9 Dots Studio. The game will have new features like dual-wielding weapons and better combat. Players can now use 16 quick slots for spells and potions. The game will have new areas to explore, including a city called Trontin. Players can choose from 3 groups to join, which will change their story. The world will be big and full of things to do, with different seasons affecting gameplay. The story will build on the first game and add new characters. Players can play with a friend in co-op mode, including split screen. Outward 2 will mix old and new features to make the game more fun. It's set to come out in 2024, but we don't know which gaming systems it will be on yet. Killer Bean is an action-packed shooting game inspired by the animated film Killer Bean Forever. Players control Killer Bean, a coffee bean assassin, as he fights against the Shadow Agency. The game has a changing world, different ways to fight, and lets players make their own characters. The story is about Killer Bean getting revenge and uncovering secrets. It keeps the fun and action from the movie while adding new ways to play. Killer Bean is set to come out in 2024, first on PC and later on consoles.